Today, we're exploring an alarming new development: China's reported pursuit of gene-edited, AI-powered super soldiers. According to a recent U.S. report, the People's Liberation Army is moving toward a future where biotechnology and artificial intelligence fuse to create an entirely new class of soldier, stronger, smarter, and more resilient than anything we've seen before. China's ambitions for military dominance by 2049 have long been known, but now biotechnology has entered the equation. This focus aligns with China's broader military-civil fusion strategy, which seeks to integrate civilian scientific advancements directly into military applications. Over the past decade, China's leadership has poured billions into biotech research, CRISPR-based gene editing, neural enhancements, and AI innovation, laying the foundation for what could soon be a biologically augmented military force. Genetic enhancements. Reports suggest China is exploring genetic modifications to enhance soldier endurance, strength, cognitive ability, and resistance to injury or disease. CRISPR technology could theoretically be used to eliminate physical vulnerabilities and enhance combat performance beyond normal human limits. Soldiers could potentially heal faster, survive in extreme conditions, and even exhibit heightened senses like improved night vision or sharper reflexes. AI integration. Beyond physical enhancements, AI integration could revolutionize the very way soldiers think and react. AI systems could be embedded into neural interfaces, enabling direct communication with other soldiers, drones, and battlefield networks. Real-time data feeds to soldiers' brains could provide instant situational awareness, enemy positions, weather updates, and strategic recommendations. This augmented cognition could drastically reduce reaction times and make soldiers far more lethal and efficient. Military-civil fusion. China's doctrine of military-civil fusion accelerates this convergence. Universities, biotech firms, and tech companies are all leveraged to push innovations that quickly find their way into military programs. Unlike many Western countries where ethical debates slow down military applications of biotech, China's centralized command structure enables rapid, often secretive development, bypassing many bureaucratic hurdles. Strategic goals. The ultimate aim is clear: create a breed of soldier capable of operating in extreme conditions, outperforming traditional forces, and giving China a decisive advantage in any future conflict scenario, whether on Earth, in cyberspace, or beyond. Such super soldiers could be deployed for specialized missions like deep reconnaissance, sabotage, or operating in chemically or radiologically contaminated environments where ordinary soldiers would perish. Potential future deployments. China could also pair these enhanced soldiers with robotic units and drone swarms, creating hybrid battlefield teams where humans and machines operate seamlessly together. In large-scale conflicts or asymmetric warfare, these super soldiers could provide overwhelming force multipliers, dramatically shifting the strategic landscape. The prospect of AI-powered, gene-edited soldiers introduces seismic shifts in global security. If realized, these super soldiers could dramatically alter the balance of military power, forcing other nations to consider similar programs or find new methods of defense. Ethical concerns are massive. What rights would enhanced soldiers have? Would they be considered property of the state? Could soldiers be coerced into genetic modification against their will? The U.S. National Security Commission on Emerging Biotechnology has warned that America must accelerate its own advancements to maintain strategic parity. Falling behind could leave democratic nations vulnerable to regimes willing to cross ethical lines for military supremacy. Furthermore, the very nature of warfare would change. Conflicts might no longer be won by numbers, but by the quality and enhancement of individual combatants. Existing international treaties, like the Geneva Conventions, are woefully inadequate to address issues raised by genetic manipulation and AI integration. Would enhanced soldiers be classified differently under the laws of war? How would prisoners of war who have been biologically altered be treated? Could enhanced soldiers be considered weapons themselves rather than combatants? These are critical questions with no clear answers yet. There is also the potential for catastrophic unintended consequences. Genetic editing carries risks of unforeseen side effects, mutations, mental instability, or shortened lifespans. Integrating AI into human cognition raises the specter of mind control, loss of individuality, or psychological breakdown. Enhanced soldiers could also become targets of cyber attacks, with their very minds susceptible to hacking or remote control, creating vulnerabilities that could be exploited by enemy forces. Moreover, moral hazards become significant. The development of expendable super soldiers might lower the cost of human life in military calculations. Commanders may be more willing to send genetically modified troops into high-risk missions, believing them to be less valuable or more replaceable than traditional soldiers. This could erode fundamental principles of military ethics and humanitarian law. On a geopolitical level, the deployment of such forces could escalate tensions globally. Rival nations might feel compelled to abandon their own ethical standards to keep up, leading to a dangerous biological arms race. Smaller states could seek black market genetic technologies to enhance elite units, increasing the volatility of already unstable regions. Proxy wars could feature enhanced troops clashing across third-world territories, further destabilizing fragile governments and economies. In the civilian sector, these technologies might bleed into the population, creating societal divides between enhanced and natural humans. Economic inequality could be amplified if biological enhancements become available only to the wealthy or elite military forces. Insurance systems, employment, education, and healthcare could all be reshaped by the availability of genetic and AI enhancements, leading to new forms of discrimination and social unrest. Ultimately, China's pursuit of super soldiers represents not just a military threat but a profound challenge to global ethical standards, legal frameworks, and the very definition of what it means to be human. It forces humanity to confront a fundamental question: if we have the ability to engineer a superior version of ourselves, should we? The world must urgently consider how to regulate and manage these technologies before they redefine conflict, society, and humanity itself in irreversible ways. The U.S. Director of National Intelligence has stated, China's interest in gene editing technologies and their potential military applications is a critical concern for global security. Their advancements could tip the strategic balance in ways we are only beginning to understand. Dr. Jamie Metzl, a leading biotech expert and author of Hacking Darwin, warns, once a country starts producing enhanced soldiers, others will feel compelled to follow, leading to a destabilizing new arms race where ethical considerations are abandoned in favor of survival. General John Allen has commented, AI-enhanced humans on the battlefield will change warfare forever, raising moral and strategic questions we are not yet prepared to answer. The consequences could be irreversible if we do not act proactively to establish new norms and safeguards. Darrell Sakamiya, a specialist in Chinese military innovation, has noted, China's pursuit of integrating biotechnology and AI in warfare represents a clear strategy to leapfrog current U.S. military capabilities. They view the body and mind as battlefields to be optimized and controlled. Admiral Philip Davidson, former head of the U.S. Indo-Pacific Command, testified, the greatest long-term strategic threat to the security of the United States remains China. Their willingness to invest in and deploy ethically questionable technologies makes the strategic environment increasingly unpredictable. As China pushes forward into a future where soldiers may be genetically designed and AI augmented, the world faces unprecedented challenges. Will we see a future where war is fought by superhumans controlled by algorithms? Or can the global community set boundaries before the line between man and machine disappears forever? What are your thoughts on AI-powered super soldiers? Should there be global regulations, or is this the inevitable next step in warfare? Let's start a conversation in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more deep dives into the future of AI and tech news.